Our next award is named after Bill Steinbach. Many of you, some of you knew, some of you don't. Bill Steinbach was a legend in Pittsburgh broadcasting for 37 plus years at KDKA. Bill had a love of racing. Back in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, he announced at tracks such as North Hills, Heidelberg, Motordrome, just a bevy of tracks. And Bill's passion really was not only apparent by what he did with the microphone, but he also was one of the first people in Pittsburgh to write a column for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And even today, if you go back, again, we're going back 1970. If you go into the sports columns today, our sport is very often not recognized. Tonight's recipient, most of you don't know him, but if I tell you who he is, you'll see him. Started selling RPM magazines for Don Gamble back in 1989. Switched over to RPM newspaper when it was sold to Dave Kitty and David Horn. It was also wrote for RPM when it was sold back in 2010. He currently writes a column for Area Auto Racing News. So like Mike Lizakowski said earlier, if you see Chuck, you might get your name in the column this weekend, But for those of you that don't know the next person, I'll kind of create a little scene for you. In this man's storied career, in 40 plus years again, he has visited 160 different racetracks. I think I did 10 last year, so I'm catching up to you, Chuck. In 2016 will be Chuck's 28th year writing and selling racing publications. So going back to create the picture, we've all been to the local tracks. And I'll even go up to Hummingbird, I'll say Jennerstown Motordrome. You'll see this gentleman, and he's carrying magazines around. So if you want a magazine tonight, Chuck probably has it. Area Auto Racing News, I don't know what else he has. But again, it is a great honor. And again, this is the 18th year the club has honored the Bill Steinbach Memorial Award. So this year's recipient is Mr. Chuck Bollinger.
Thank you very much for the award.
Congratulations.
Enjoyed seeing racing at all these different tracks over the years.
A little closer.
Oh, sorry.
He writes.
Right, yeah. But, just want to thank you for the award.
Amen.